Rumi has so many walls. The healer said it himself, but why does she have them? The answer connects to her demon heritage and will break your heart. This isn't just about being half demon. This is about a mother she lost, a secret Celine won't tell, and one terrible night that changed everything. When you see what I found, you'll never look at Rumi the same way again. But first, let me show you the clues her secret past left behind. Because when something terrible happens to a child, it doesn't just disappear. It shows up in how they act every single day. And Rumi, she works harder than anyone else in Huntrix, way harder. While Mira and Zoe take breaks, Rumi keeps training. When her body is tired, she pushes herself more. This isn't just her personality. This is a hurt response. The healer Han saw it too. He looks at her and says,
"You have lots of walls up."
He can read everyone's feelings just by looking at them. But with Rumi, he sees walls so thick. Think about what it takes to build walls that strong. You don't build walls like that overnight. You build them brick by brick, year after year, trying to protect yourself from something that hurt you really badly. Rumi can't rest. But why would someone push themselves this hard? Most people think it's just who she is. But this is what childhood trauma looks like when it grows up. She's not trying to be perfect. She's trying to prove something connected to what happened years ago. Every time she trains, every time she practices until her voice hurts, every time she refuses to rest, she's trying to show the world something. But what? It all ties back to a forgotten truth she's tried to hide. Rumi doesn't just work hard. She works like she's trying to make up for something she thinks she did wrong.
So everything that has patterns?
Here's the second clue to her secret past. Rumi is half demon. Those marks on her body, they're demon patterns she was born with, and she's been hiding them since she was a child. But here's where it connects even more to her childhood. It's not just about being different. The way Rumi hides her demon side points directly to what happened when she was little. Think about what that means. Every single day growing up, she can't let her powers show. She had to act completely human all the time. But why did she feel such deep shame about it? Yeah, people are scared of demons, but there's something deeper here. Something from her childhood that made her believe being half demon is dangerous. Watch what happens when her secret gets exposed on stage. Mira and Zoe look shocked, but they don't run away. They don't attack her right away. So if her friends don't immediately hate her for being half demon, why has she spent her whole life terrified of anyone finding out? The answer takes us back to her past, back to the woman who raised her. Celine is the one who taught Rumi that her demon side was something to be ashamed of, something bad, something that needed to be hidden and destroyed. From the time Rumi was a little girl, Celine told her, "Cover your marks, hide your powers, don't let anyone see what you really are." What does that do to a child? Being told every day that part of her was wrong and dangerous. But here's the question that connects to her secret past. Why would Celine teach a child to feel this much shame? What happened that made her so desperate to hide Rumi's demon blood? And here's the heartbreaking truth. The reason Celine acts this way isn't just because she hates demons. It's because of what happened to Rumi's mother. Rumi's mom was a sunlight sister. She was a demon hunter just like Celine. They fought together, lived together, were like sisters. And then she died. But here's what the movie doesn't tell you directly. When Celine talks about Rumi's mom, listen to her exact words. She says,
"When we lost your mother."
Not when she died fighting demons. Not when she died protecting the Han Moon. Just when we lost her. Why would she be so vague? Based on the evidence, here's what happened. Rumi's mother didn't die fighting demons. She died because she fell in love with one. Picture this. The Sunlight Sisters were legendary demon hunters. They protected everyone. They were heroes. Then Rumi's mom met a demon who wasn't completely evil. Maybe he was trapped by Guima, trying to escape. Maybe he still had some humanity left, and she tried to help him. But in the demon hunting world, falling in love with a demon is the worst thing to do. When the other Sunlight Sisters found out, everything fell apart. The group broke up. Trust was destroyed. And somehow, In all that chaos, Rumi's mother died. Now watch how this changes everything about Rumi's character. Her workaholic behavior. She's trying to prove that demons aren't all bad, that her mother's choice to love a demon wasn't wrong. Her perfectionism. She's trying to be so good at hunting that people don't think she's half demon. And here's the cruelest part of all. Celine raised Rumi to be ashamed of her demon blood, to hide it, to hate it. But why? Not because Celine hates demons in general, because Rumi's demon blood reminds her of what happened. Every time Celine looks at Rumi's marks, she remembers the Sunlight sister she lost. She remembers how demon connections destroyed their group. So she told little Rumi, "Your demon side is dangerous." Rumi grew up thinking the demon part of herself indirectly killed her mother. She spent her whole life trying to make up for existing, trying to prove she deserves to live, trying to earn forgiveness for being born. But Rumi's story doesn't end there. When her patterns begin showing, something happens. Her voice disappears. Not because she's weak, because her voice is connected to her truth. She spent years covering her marks, hiding her powers, pretending to be fully human. And the more she hid, the more her voice faded. But then she meets Jinu,
A hunter who's part demon?
a demon who still has his humanity, a demon who proves that loving someone doesn't make you evil. And for the first time in her life, Rumi sees that maybe her mother's choice wasn't wrong. Maybe loving a demon doesn't make you a traitor. And when Rumi finally accepts her demon side during the final battle, her voice comes back, stronger than ever. Because here's the truth, Rumi had to learn. You can't hate part of yourself and still be whole. All those years of working too hard, building walls, trying to be perfect, none of it worked. Because she was trying to earn love by being less of herself. The only way to heal was to stop hiding. So when the healer said Rumi has so many walls, he wasn't wrong. She built them to survive, to protect herself from a world that told her she was dangerous just for existing. But those walls weren't keeping people out. They were keeping her trapped inside, trapped with the part of herself that she learned was connected to something terrible. Every wall was built on a lie Celine told her. Every brick was shame she didn't deserve to carry. Every layer was guilt about her mother's death that was never her fault. And that's something terrible. That's the secret buried in her past. Because the saddest part of her story isn't that her mother died. It's that Rumi spent her whole life thinking her demon side was the reason why. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you think Rumi will ever fully forgive herself? Will she ever stop trying to prove she deserves to exist? Tell me in the comments what you think. Does knowing about her mother's death change how you see Rumi's character? And if you want more theories about the hidden pain in K-pop demon hunters, hit that subscribe button. Because the girl who built walls to survive finally learned that the only way to be free was to tear them down. And that's why her story hits so hard.